In this video, I'm going to show you the basics of how to make a note lesson. To begin with, open the Note software. If it's on your taskbar, click it once to open it. If it's on your desktop, click it twice to open it. Once Note has opened, you're in a new lesson. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the background color. To do this, find the hammer and the wrench icon. Click on that. Once the treasure box opens, find the tab that says Subject. Click on Subject, and then you'll see your different background options. I'm just going to choose a different color. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on the color that I want, and it'll be applied to my background. Then click anywhere on the background to get rid of those choices. Now I want to put some text on my slide. So I'm going to go down here to the middle toolbar, and I'm going to click on the T. I'm then going to click anywhere on my slide to add that text. Notice you're going to see a text box, and then over on the right you will see your different formatting options. So I could change the font type, I could change the size, and I'm going to make this bold. So I'm going to do a lesson here on Forsyth County Schools. If I grab this little circle here to the right of the text box, I can drag it, and then that allows me to get everything on one line. I could center this on the slide a little bit more. And if I want to add more text to the page, all I have to do is go down, make sure I choose the text tool again, and click somewhere else on the slide. Now, let's just imagine I've finished that slide and I'm ready to move on to my next slide. To add a new slide, I'm going to go down to the lower right-hand corner and I'm going to click on the plus sign. That's going to add a page. So now notice, I can see here on this little number box, I am on page 2 of my slides. On this page, I could type more information, but let me show you a few other things that are possible. One of the tools that you have available to you over here in the left-hand toolbar is an image search. So I'm going to click on the one that looks like a picture with a magnifying glass, and then I can type what I want to search for. So I'm going to say Forsyth County, Georgia. That's going to bring up all possible images for me. And then let's say I want to use this image. I'm going to click on that image. It's going to make it larger. Once it is larger, click and drag it onto your slide. And if it's not copyrighted, you will see it added in the upper upper left-hand corner. If it is copyrighted, you'll see a message that says you cannot use that. I'm going to close this. I'm going to move this to the center, and then I can actually enlarge it by clicking and dragging any of the corners to keep it the same ratio. And an important aspect that you might want to do when you're building a lesson is lock images or text to your background. Notice whenever I click on an item, I get this menu choice over here in the upper right hand corner. The lower option, if I click on that, gives me the choice to lock it. So now that image is locked to my background and no one can move it. Now, to continue building my lesson, I would just click the plus sign to add more pages, and then I continue to build. Now, another feature I want to show you is if I click here on the number of pages, that's going to give me my slide selector. I'm going to close this formatting. And I see each of the slides that I have in my lesson, very similar to ActiveInspire and to PowerPoint. If I have a slide that I really liked and that I needed to copy it, so let's say I wanted each one of my slides to have the same heading of Forsyth County, I can click on that particular slide and notice there's an option here, the middle one where you see the 2 pages, that's the duplicate. So if I click that, that's literally going to copy that slide. So if I have a template that I want to use for several pages, that's a fast way to do that. And then I can always click and drag to rearrange slides as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and let's say that I'm done with my lesson. Once you're done creating your lesson, to save it, you go back to the main menu, which is the first choice over here in the left-hand menu. When I click there, I'll see I'm on File, and then I want to go to Save As. I will choose my location where I want to save this particular file. I'd recommend your H drive or a jump drive. You'll choose your location, give your file a name, and then click Save.